Okay guys, what is up and welcome back to a very exciting episode of Hook and Bass 92. Today's exciting episode, I'm going to show you guys how I caught the biggest bass of my life using this little lure.
Oh, got one. Oh, looks like it's a good one too. Oh God. Can't go in the water for this one. Oh my God. Look at this puppy. Oh. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. First cast on the new spot. Look at this, guys. It's a Jamonjo. A Jamonjo.
Basically, I was at the golf course and it was probably 38, 40 degrees. And I was fishing in a little pond. I was about to leave, so I went to a smaller pond and I casted this little tube, same tube right here, with the little jig head on it, threw it right in the middle, and I caught a very, very large sized bass. The reason why I caught this bass was because this tube right here, I mean, I know it looks really weird and all that, but it basically acts like a bait fish and a crawfish, and there are a lot of bait fish and crawfish in this golf course ponds because there's a creek that leads down to the golf course ponds too. So when the bass saw this, he thought it was a crayfish and basically destroyed it. I know a lot of people like to use these weedless, but I like using jig heads because it's heavier, I can cast it further, and it is a lot easier putting it together. There's two ways you can rig it. You can put it in through the bottom like that, or the top. Again, I like to use a jig head because it's a lot heavier, and I don't like it when I use a Texas rig because it doesn't drop down as fast as a tube would. And if I am going to a big lake where it is very, very deep, I am going to throw a jig head because I can launch it way out there and it'll drop to the bottom really, really fast. It's like nose down, so basically it looks like this, and all these little legs are basically flopping like that, and I think that also draws a lot of attention to the bass because when a crayfish is in the water and the bass is trying to eat it, it will flare up its little claws in order to protect itself. So this basically looks like a crayfish more than a bait fish in my opinion, but even if a bass sees this, it is going to destroy it. I mean, I was fishing in 36-degree weather and half the pond was ice too, and it still hit it. So imagine using this when it's spring or summertime, and it's going to work. And then I think this is probably the best soft plastic that you can use while smallmouth fishing and largemouth fishing and even striped bass fishing, I think. I mean, a lot of smallmouths like this because if you go into the streams and stuff, they like to eat those crayfish because that's their main source of food in the streams and creeks. You can also use it in lakes too, and in ponds like you guys saw. I mean, this is a black and blue. I would, if you're in a stream or something, I would go up and pick up a crayfish. It could be brown, light purple, red, whatever, and just try to match that color with them. Where I fish, they're kind of brownish, reddish, so I pick up a little brown little tube that looks like it, and I just catch them all the time off it. They're a great bait. They're not really, really expensive. You can get a pack of like, I don't know, I think I got a pack of like 30 of them for like 15 or 20 bucks or something like that. And the little jig heads I buy them from Amazon, and you can buy a pack of like 60 of them for like 20 bucks. So it's not that bad. And that pack of 60 will probably last me like a year and a half. And the setup I use on this, I usually just use a spinning rod with a spinning reel, my really big ugly stick with my 5:3:1 gear ratio, my $14 reel. It's a Daiwa Strike Force, and that is the perfect setup for that. So, I mean, yeah, I just think a tube would be very, very good if you're not catching any fish, especially in cold water. I really do think it's even better than a drop shot because I have fished a drop shot before, and this tube has outperformed the drop shot. And again, that's anywhere you can fish. It's streams, ponds, rivers, creeks, whatever. Just throw a jig head on there. Make sure if you're in the river, it's a decent sized jig head because the current doesn't pull it down. I don't know if you can weed it, like weed the little tube weedless. I haven't tried it yet, but if you can, that would be phenomenal. The line I would put on is I use like 6 pound P line. 6 pound P line, 6 to 10 pound P line will be perfect for any spinning reel. So I want to show you guys the jig heads I got. So this is, I don't even know how much they weigh, but I can use anything from this little dude right here. If you can see, that's a smaller one. This is a white one, next size up right there. And the biggest one I had would be for like rivers and lakes, so it can get down there very, very deep, would be this big gray one. So in that little pack I got, you get like 3 different colors, 4 different colors I think, and all those jig heads would be perfect for that. It would be perfect for that. So as you guys can see, if you're having trouble fishing in the wintertime, I would highly recommend you guys throw a tube. It can be any color, but again, you can find any bait fish or any crawfish. Just match that color with your tube, and I guarantee you, you will catch a big bass. So that's about it for today's exciting episode of Hookin' Bass 92. If you guys can do me a big favor, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn your post notifications on, which is that bell right next to the subscribe button, so you guys get notified as soon as I post my episodes. And do me a big favor, comment below and let me know what is your favorite winter fishing soft plastic, a tube, crawfish, whatever, so I can go out there and also catch a big fish. And as always, catch big fish. Have a great day.